the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Gemini, welcome to your January 2019 tarot reading, and Happy New Year to all of you watching. So let's talk a little bit about astrology, guys, just so we know what's going on as far as house-wise, and then we'll get into your reading, which I've already pulled to save time. So Gemini, January is shared by Capricorn and Aquarius energy. So Capricorn is 8 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel, which means Capricorn represents the 8th house for you. So I could channel all day long about how serious and dark even to have a Capricorn 8th house. Some of you may be born with this natal placement if you have Taurus as your 2nd house. So yeah, like if you have an Aries rising, I guess, maybe, wait, no. See, goodness. So if your 8th house is Capricorn, your 2nd house is Cancer. So some of you guys may understand that as far as birth chart, but every Gemini has an 8th house Capricorn according to the universe, okay? So the 8th house is all about secrets and shared intimacy. It's the house of shared resources as well. The 8th house is the house of death and transformation. Those are some of the first things that I think about when I think of the 8th house energy. So that's that Scorpio energy, very deep emotional energy. But for you, it's occupied by Capricorn. So this is a very serious energy for you guys, okay? To have a Capricorn 8th house, you know, some of you guys, if you have any insight about that or anything that you just like to say that pops up in your head, please comment below, because that is a very, very interesting 8th house, and it's coming up here in your reading. So we're going to talk about that more as we get going with your with the reading. So yeah, we've got some intimate things coming up. You know, the first half of January could be kind of intimate for you guys, okay? There could be some secrets. There could be, you know, some intentions that you set as far as transformation and shared resources, because there was a new moon there on the 5th. And speaking of the moon, Gemini, as I record your reading on January 16th, the moon is like 27 degrees Taurus. So there is going to be the moon transiting through Gemini around the 16th and the 17th until around the 18th when the moon enters into Cancer, okay? So there's going to be some energy here. Okay, there's someone outside my window too talking, but there's going to be moon-like energy here, alright? I'm definitely feeling that moon about to shift into Gemini. So if you're watching this around the 16th and around the 17th, and you're feeling some emotion, or if you're feeling kind of down or just kind of heavy, the moon transiting through your sign can definitely do that. So at the end of January, the second half of January, we'll be going into Aquarius season, which is good news for you, Gemini, because you're an air sign just like Aquarius, okay? So this is going to be your 9th house, your education house. This is the long distance travel house, expansion, philosophy, the house of your beliefs. So there's a lot of energy going on there, and I love that energy for you because this is something you can learn from. Geminis naturally learn from that Aquarian energy. So we'll talk more about that, guys, in February when you're still going through that 9th house energy, the first half of February. So yeah, it looks like at the end of the month that air energy may come in to help you guys. So basically January for you guys is about your intimate beliefs and how you can incorporate that into your philosophy and things like that. It can manifest in lots of ways, guys. So let's go ahead and get going on your reading. What I have for you guys is a reading that I do every year for Capricorn season. I started it last year, and I figured I would just continue on with the tradition. This is my metaphorical mountain reading, and I use 10 cards to form what looks like a mountain by using tarot. So this is all about things that could be potential obstacles for you, Gemini, in the month of January 2019, okay? And we're going to start right here with this row. Because we need to start with the foundation. This is the foundation, and every mountain needs a foundation or it can't really be built. So this here is what we're going to call your foundation, okay? The first card that popped out for you guys, we ain't playing no games, okay? This is the Devil card. So right away, that Capricorn energy is showing up. Now, this could be a significant Capricorn in some of your guys' lives. You may have significant Capricorn energy in your birth chart, or this could be Capricorn season that we're going through at the first half of January. Okay, we're going to be going through Capricorn until about January 20th, January 21st. That's when that Aquarian energy is coming in. Okay, so other than that, I do need to go through some of the meanings of this card, just in case some of you guys are going through any of these traits. This is the card of lust and toxicity, temptation, manipulation, feeling chained to something. But in this deck, this woman here, you can see her walking away from what looks like a house, and then there's some kind of trail of jewelry, or maybe things. I always see these as things that were used to manipulate this woman. So there's just a trail of things that once had a hold on you that now you can leave them behind. This could even be a toxic little home environment for some of you guys, or something like that, family stuff going on. But we do have, you know, this Capricorn energy coming up, and this is your 8th house, Gemini. Okay, so that Capricorn energy, I feel like you guys are really feeling that energy in January. I mean, it's your 8th house, so this is the energy that transforms you. This devil energy, temptation in a way, Gemini, actually transform you. This is the death of something toxic and something manipulative, or feeling chained to any, you know, this can be a person, a place, or a thing. It's really interesting how the devil, well, the true devil's energy is actually a scapegoat. Okay, so this can be anything that we blame our problems on, or anything that we feel trapped within, but it's a subconscious energy, and it's very easy, well, I shouldn't say it's very easy, but it's easier than we think to walk away from these things. We just have to simply take the illusion of the chains we feel are around our neck and take those off. Okay, so we got this Capricorn energy showing up here. All right, and the next card we have is the 9 of Swords. So potential Capricorn linked anxiety. Okay, there could be a Capricorn, maybe this is just anxiety throughout Capricorn season, but there could be a Capricorn individual, or maybe it's just, you know, an addiction. I haven't mentioned that, but the Devil card is an addiction somewhere in the situation, whether it's you or someone around you. So with these two cards starting out your reading, Gemini, and they all came out one by one. So it was the Devil by itself, and then we had the 9 of Swords, okay? So the 9 of Swords, to me, very recently became my mental hospital card. It's my hospital card now, because I've just become enlightened to the 9 of Swords in that way. So I don't know if there's any mental hospital I don't know if that resonates, but you know, the 9 of Swords traditionally is someone who has a lot of anxiety. So we've got, you know, an obstacle of anxiety, Gemini. What's new? You being an air sign, an immutable air sign at that. You know, your mind is quicker than wind. You know, you guys are the fastest air sign out of Aquarius and Libra. And I feel like you guys are the smartest and you know, have the most thoughts and the quickest, because you're the Knight of Swords, right? So with that, cool, you know what I mean? But also there's pros and cons to that. So this looks like, you know, some anxiety that has become toxic, or toxicity that has caused some anxiety in January. Some of you are just, you know, overcoming obstacles, okay? This is a part of your mountain. Part of your mountain is anxiety, Gemini, and that's nothing new to you guys, all right? So, you know, you guys are just air signs, and you're mutable, so you have a lot of thoughts that change at a rapid pace. And, you know, this woman here, or this man, this is just an individual who is probably staying up really late until around, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. Maybe she doesn't sleep until the sun comes up, because this woman is laying in a bed of thoughts. Okay, so very dark thoughts. And it could definitely be linked to all the energy going on in Capricorn this month. We've got Pluto there, which is ominous. We have the sun there shedding light on Mercury, the south node, Saturn, of course. And I think that might be it. The south node, Mercury, the sun, Pluto, and Saturn. Yeah, we did have the moon there for a minute at the beginning of the month. So just basically a stellium. There's a lot of energy in your 8th house of darkness. Okay, so of course that could definitely bring up some anxiety. And this could be what it needs to transform, Gemini. Okay, so we've got some anxiety here. Now let's keep on going here. So that's part of your foundation. So maybe there's some anxiety that you're experiencing in the home life, because this to me can be a foundation at a job. This is just where whatever you're building from. Okay, so if it's a home life, there could be anxiety around that, you guys. And the next card we have is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, this is new love, that emotional energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individuals. But it could be any new love, Gemini. Sometimes people feel this about a new job. Sometimes people feel this about a new family member being born, or, you know, a friendship. But this is the new love card, and it is new emotion. So we'll just put it like that. There is some sort of new emotion, whether that's being caused by family, love, you know, finances. There's just some kind of new emotion you're going to be experiencing with a person, place, or thing in January. Okay, this is a new beginning, and sometimes this energy comes out for people who have held in a lot of emotion, and you can see that this is kind of exploding like a fire hydrant. So when I get this card for air signs specifically, I do want to mention that sometimes the Ace of Cups comes as an opportunity to heal emotion that has been kind of pent up. So when you're going through that 8th house energy, there could even be, you know, some expression through crying and releasing the toxicity. For some of you guys, this looks like, you know, someone who's staying up late at night and crying, you know, over a new love, or just having some sort of anxiety over their emotion or over all these feelings, you know, Gemini. No matter what the root is here, if it's a new love offer that's got you stressed out, or if these are feelings that you're trying to offer someone else. But it just looks like these things could be linked, and that some of the anxiety could be emotion, and some of the obstacles could be centered around, you know, offering love or receiving love. Okay, and it's very new. This is a very new beginning. So we do have some anxiety there, okay, and some new love coming in, potentially after something toxic or something like that. But we do have anxiety centered around that. And your last card for this row is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so when we see this card, this is definitely talking about juggling and maybe even some stress financially. You know, so some of the anxiety and the emotions could definitely be coming in because of, you know, you having 2 jobs, or there's 2 things, people or places that you have to juggle, Gemini. So this is the stressed out financial card. It is a number 2. So it does speak to a decision that some of you may have to make this month regarding finances, or regarding a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn even. This is a juggling energy. It's that dual energy. Usually there's an infinity symbol around these pentacles. Not in this card though. So, you know, you guys are the dual air sign. So you're able to juggle better than other people, but that doesn't make it any less stressful or anxious. And obviously you've reached some sort of, you know, crossroads, Gemini. And it's interesting. I'm always led to the rock here in this picture, and then I'm always led to think about what planets are retrograde, because there's an R carved into that rock. And honestly, until about March 5th, which is my birthday, ironically, maybe March 6th, all the planets are going to be direct. So this is a strong energy to move forward, but we do see the retrograde rock there. So that makes me always want to talk about how even we as people can move in retrograde. So, you know, we think that we're presented with 2 options here, to go left or to go right, to make a decision, right? Maybe these are 2 different career paths, or 2 different paths between 2 different people. Maybe this is just you, Gemini, being you, and being split down the middle, where one twin wants to go this way, one twin wants to go this way. The path of light and dark is what I just heard for some of you guys. But there is always that option to move in retrograde and, you know, reflect. Maybe that R stands for reflecting on whatever it is you're juggling. Stand still and reflect a bit before you choose which path you're going in. So yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles, and right next to the Ace of Cups, this could definitely be, you know, juggling 2 different emotions, 2 different lovers, 2 different people. Okay, we have a love offer here, and it could just be simply, do I take this love offer, do I not? Do I make this love offer, do I not? So that's your foundation, Gemini, and you could have potential obstacles there with juggling love or juggling your emotions. This is juggling 2 different feelings, you know, and having anxiety that has become toxic, you know. So let's move up this mountain here, and we're going to slowly make it to the top here. So the next card in your reading is the Moon card. So we have a significant Pisces showing up here, a Pisces energy, I should say. And we have the Moon. So this could either be Cancer, it could be your mother's energy. I do see an indication here of a Capricorn Moon. So if any of you guys know anybody or have a Capricorn Moon, you know, we do have the Capricorn moon card. Now, when I hold these two cards up together, yes, it is a lovely indication of a Capricorn moon, but also this is, you know, the psychic attack combination. Like, we have some dark juju going on here that you guys need to stay blessed and stay blessed up and protected from, because this is somebody that's hiding in the shadows. This is someone who's being held down by fear and something that, like, this is a shadow side, okay? This is someone's very toxic shadow side. And, you know, this could simply just be that 8th house energy with Pluto there, okay? It's very, very chain-like. So I just wanted to mention that there, that you guys want to be careful of your subconscious state, all right? And it's really interesting. We have the moon in Taurus, so that would be the 12th house of Gemini. But we have the moon's energy. This does bring I don't like talking about the moon card like this, because to me, when I see the moon card, and I am a Pisces, okay? So I see the beauty here. I see this as intuition and emotion and, you know, something that could be hidden. It could be something that's an illusion or something that's kind of not being revealed yet. But this is a shadow side. It does talk about your fears. It does talk about, you know, secrets and stuff like that. And with you going through 8th house energy, there could just be, you know, some Capricorn related secrets, okay? Or, you know, Gemini kind of being more hidden and secretive in, January to start off the new year. So, you know, this is definitely bringing up the moon. So we do have a full moon in Leo. It's an eclipse. We do have a new moon in Capricorn this month. So this could definitely be talking about the new moon as well. You guys could have had some anxiety around the first week or so of January. But Gemini, look at the imagery here. Okay, I love to talk about things logically and intellectually, but I also like to be intuitive, especially with cards like the moon. So this is really reminding me of your two twins. And I love when this card comes up for dual signs, like Pisces and Libra and Gemini, because this is clearly showing that there's two different parts of you, okay? This is about your reflection. The moon is a very reflecting energy. It's about going within. So there's something here about, you know, these two sides of you, Gemini, and really touching base with, you know, the duality that is you, the wise part of you, you know, the part of you that's more youthful. You know, it's just interesting here. This woman looks older, so this is about really getting in touch with, and they are touching, and she's looking in a mirror, right? And then we have that big full moon. So there could even be certain things that are reflected to you. I don't know if you guys are going through relationships where certain things are mirrored, because this is a very mirroring energy. So keep in mind that since you're a dual sign and a mutable sign, Gemini, that everything around you is a mirror, especially because you're a twin. So you are always constantly mirroring things within yourself, okay? Even your toxic traits, even when you have anxiety, Gemini, it's going to manifest somewhere in your environment so that you can see it clearly. And you can take that from me as a Pisces, because, you know, Pisces have the two fish as well. So I don't know if there's a Pisces or a Capricorn linked to this anxiety, or if this is just a clear indication of the Capricorn new moon. Maybe there's a Pisces here that has anxiety, but I'm just seeing that these cards here are touching. So this could be lots of different ways. I just feel like this could even be some emotion. Maybe there's something that you're hiding, Gemini, that's toxic, like hidden addictions, hidden manipulation on your behalf or someone else's, and it just has some of you up at night with anxiety. Okay, this is something that's being hidden from you or by you. But there is a Pisces and a Capricorn quite clearly here in this reading. That could be what someone's juggling. But yes, this is moon-related anxiety. Okay, so emotional anxiety, emotional toxicity. So we may come back to that message a little bit because there's a lot there, Gemini. I mean, I can give you a whole reading just based off of the moon, the Nine of Swords, and the Devil there. But it looks like, you know, someone's walking away from this toxicity. And let's check out this card here. This is the middle of your reading. So this is kind of an important card as far as seeing what everything is centered around. So we do have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. So this is my Left Out in the Cold card. It is the financial conflict card. So some of you guys could be, you know, feeling left out in the cold financially, especially with the government being shut down. I don't know if any of you guys are, you know, fearing poverty because of that, but there is a lot of fear here. With the moon and the Five of Pentacles, this is someone who's hiding financial conflict in their mind, probably Gemini, which is why there would be the Nine of Swords here connected to this energy. Some of you guys have a lot of fear-based anxiety around finances, or being left out in the cold, or you know, this could just be arguments, but the 5 is about change. So somebody here is really wanting this situation to change, whether it's just feeling left out in the cold emotionally. With the moon, you know, this could be someone who's hiding the fact that they just feel left out in the cold. This is also a homeless energy. So you guys could be fearing finances in the future, based off of like, oh my God, you know, like in the future, will I have enough money? Like, will I have enough money? How am I going to pay rent next month and the next month? And will I be homeless? Will I lose my apartment? Will I lose my home? You know, this could be a kicked out energy, or you may have had to walk away from a toxic living environment. So, you know, there might be some anxiety linked around finances or home energy, because this is the homeless poverty energy. And keep in mind, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Even celebrities worry about poverty sometimes, believe it or not. Like, to them, $5,000 is like $5 to other people who don't have that kind of money. So, you know, even celebrities have that. It doesn't matter material. There is an emotional poverty that people can experience, a spiritual poverty even. So you're going to have to ask yourself, where it is that you feel poor, Gemini. Is it mentally? Is it emotionally? Is it spiritually? Is it physically? Is it financially? But this is a card that is in the middle of your reading. So everything here is potentially centered around, you know, what's going on here in this reading. There could even be a Pisces here that feels left out in the cold, or someone's mother could be, you know, there is the mother coming up here, you know, with the moon's energy there. But, you know, Gemini, yeah, there's just some anxiety, maybe even some headaches. Like, I think somebody is staying up late at night over finances. Maybe you were codependent with someone before, where that person either was with you for money, or you were with them for money, or you lived with them, and now that relationship is over or something, you know, you're left out in the cold. There could be that. But it looks like this is definitely linked around some sort of financial anxiety, especially as we make it closer up to the top. And we do have you juggling here 2 different jobs or 2 different paths, and this is, you know, the financial stress card. So we have 2 cards here, Gemini, that is linked to, you know, finances a little bit. But we do also have this new love here and this new emotion coming in with this 5 of Pentacles. So I don't know if there was someone who offered love in the situation, offered a new beginning of love, and maybe it was declined, or maybe there's just a lack of finances or something that is contributing to this emotion and this anxiety. The next card we have is the Fool card, though, Gemini. So this is about taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, you know, reaching the edge to something and just kind of trusting the journey, trusting that you'll fly instead of fall. And this looks like a new financial journey, okay? And this is going to bring emotion, it's going to bring love, it's going to bring happiness, it's kind of going to bring all. This is a new beginning in January that's really going to help all areas of your life: love, emotion, finances, spirituality. With the Fool card touching the Ace of Cups down here and the 2 of Pentacles, this could be, you know, the choice to start something new or to continue down a path that you've already walked. But we do have an indication of an Aries for some of you guys. But other than that, this is a new beginning. You know, this is a 0, starting over financially after, you know, a lot of darkness. We do have a lot of dark energy in this corner of your reading, Gemini. Lots of dark energy. So I would say it's safe to say that Capricorn season really did what it was supposed to do for you guys, which is bring up a lot of deep subconscious forces. You know, there's a lot of restriction there in your 8th house. There's a lot of boundaries there in your 8th house. This is about sharing resources as well. So this could be, you're gonna have to ask yourself, is it because you share too much of what you possess, Gemini? Are you giving away more than you're receiving? Okay, because with the Scorpio energy, with the 8th house energy, I should say, sometimes people get a little bit intimate with what isn't theirs. You know, so this is about kind of taking back what you've given away, you know, or what was taken from you even. And that may have something to do with this new beginning here, especially if you have a little cat or if it's with a Leo. But we do have a new beginning after a lot of stress, a lot of juggling financially. And I love to see this because this is the part of your reading that where it gets positive. Okay, so about halfway up this mountain, halfway up January probably, is where some of these new energies are going to come in, okay? This new love. Maybe it's because you make a decision around the midpoint of January. So let's continue here and build our way up. We have these two cards here. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles. We've got a couple aces in your reading, Gemini. So these are new beginning. Actually, we have 3 aces. So the only ace you're missing in your reading is the Ace of Wands. And now that I'm looking, we don't have any wand energy here. So that tells me that you have earth, you have air, you have water, but you don't have any fire, Gemini. So what's going on there? No wonder there's some indications here of candles. All right, we got a candle being lit here. So some of you guys need to if you're feeling that dark energy in January, you need to light a candle, okay, by your bedside or something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but some of you guys just need to work with candles more. It's very simple. You light the candle in the name of something and let it burn. Okay, you blow the candle out in the name of something and watch the smoke rise. So there's something here about lighting up the darkness that you feel in January. But we have this Ace of Pentacles. This is the universe giving you something you need in January, Gemini. So this could be a new job, a new home environment, a significant amount of money that you've needed to, you know, move forward. Because your finances have been a little bit entangled, I'm seeing. You know, I always see the vines and stuff around this pentacle. So this is a new beginning financially, or something real. You know, it's something that is going to manifest in the physical realm. It's not emotion. It's not, you know, air. This is physical coin. This is something you really value, okay? It's a gift of value from the universe to help free you a little bit from feeling entangled and feeling stuck. And you know, I feel like this is just going to be the answer to your prayers, especially because we have the Ace of Pentacles right by this Moon card and by the 5 of Pentacles. So to have the Ace of Pentacles touching the 5 of Pentacles, this is some kind of new beginning or offer that is made to you in January that could really bring in a lot more money for you. It could even be spiritual money, but this is like going from a place of worry and anxiety to, hey Gemini, here's this person, place, or thing that you needed to make it to the next step. Okay, so that Ace of Pentacles coming in looks like the pinnacle of your reading, quite literally. This is like exactly what some of you guys need, and it's what some of you guys are even wishing for, okay, especially those of you with financial juggling and anxiety. Now I loved these 2 cards. This is the Page of Pentacles. So let me just hold up these 2 cards together. I mean, I always think of the pages as they're who the Ace of Pentacles gets given to. Okay, and we literally have 2 of the same suit. This is kind of like both aces, if you will. This is a very strong indication by the end of January that there's going to be some new financial endeavor. Okay, and if it's not financial, it could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, or this is just something that you can see, touch, and feel in the physical realm. You know, the earth energy is all about, you know, what you possess, what you value, something worth it, something you can, you know, see physically. And speaking of seeing physically, you know, the Page of Pentacles in this case looks like she's taking a very close look at this pentacle. Okay, we've got these 3 pentacles on the table, so I feel like this is going to be a new job offer for some of you after going through a time of unemployment or, you know, a time of financial conflict. This is going to be a new job, a second job, or maybe you're even moving up. But the Page of Pentacles, guys, this ace was given right to this person, which is you, Gemini. Okay, so now there's a new financial journey, okay, that you're taking a closer look at. This is some kind of message financially that comes in. The page is also a message. And it's a new journey. Okay, this is a studious energy. That's why she has a magnifying glass. This could be when you get into that 9th house of philosophy. So like your financial philosophy of, you know, stuff like that. What it is that you really, you know, you could be taking closer looks at where your money goes by the end of January. You know, what are you really spending money on? Is there any way that you can increase, you know, your financial cushion so that you never fall back into the trap of being codependent again or juggling this energy again? All right, so we have you really studying something financial. Maybe it's your job. Maybe your job has something to do with really seeing things in fine detail and taking a closer look at what's going on behind the scenes. But this looks like a really great message, Gemini, to have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles right next to each other. This is obviously some kind of new message. It might be from a Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn for some of you, But others of you, this is just a very financial message, okay, that comes in, and now it's about, you know, where do I go from here? I have the seeds to plant, and now it's all about, you know, just kind of taking a deeper look at these things and what I can do next with this money that I just was given, or with this new opportunity to make money. And this is touching, yes, beautiful. This is touching the Five of Pentacles and then the Fool card. All right, so this is really going to be, I see a strong indication of a new job or a new home environment. Something is going to be very value here. For some of you, this is straight up a new job. Or, you know, there's just an increase in your finances by the end of January, guys. I mean, this is what the cards are saying. After a time of worry and financial darkness, there's a new beginning that is this thrown into your lap, Gemini. You take this pentacle, you look at it in fine detail. You may even have to sign something, and there's a new beginning that starts. And you may have to take a risk, okay? I do see a financial risk, and I feel like for some of you, this is about choosing something old and choosing something new, okay? So you want to ask yourself whether you want to be comfortable or whether you want to grow financially, because there could be a situation that you're in that you're very comfortable with, but, you know, test yourself a bit, Gemini. The universe is asking you to take a risk and trust in abundance. Trust that there are pentacles waiting for you if you make this change, if you make this jump, if you take this leap of faith in January. So, you know, this could also be potential obstacles. I want you to keep that in mind. It could be an obstacle for you to take a leap of faith. Maybe not being able to see clearly into the future, and that might be a little scary for you guys. But, you know, what is a leap of faith? Jumping and not seeing something that can catch you. So this might be a financial leap for you guys, which sounds quite lovely to me, especially when you're coming from a place of anxiety and chains and toxic energy. This is great for you guys. You're going to have to comment below and let me know by the end of January what this is that comes in for you, okay? Now, we are at the top of your mountain, Gemini, and you have a quite lovely energy at the top of your mountain. This is a very special card because this tells me what's going on for the end of January, or whenever it is that you reach the top of this mountain, okay? We have the Nine of Cups. This is something that is a wish fulfilled. For some of you guys, if you have a wish-related, a job-related wish or a money-related wish, you are going to, you know, get your wish granted. This is something that emotionally fulfills you. Now, this is different for all of you. You guys are wishing for different things. So whatever you're wishing for, Gemini, you know, at the top of your mountain, it looks like you're polishing that off. You know, like there's this cup that this woman is holding on to, and I see these gray-haired women all throughout your reading. And so it's either there's a gray-haired woman and then there's a brown-haired woman. Maybe there's someone who always wears their hair in a bun. For some of you, a brown-haired woman that wears her hair in a bun. But I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women with gray hair. So if that isn't significant, maybe it's someone older. Maybe this is just a symbol of wisdom. You know, gray hair is quite respectable to me. It shows wisdom. And we have a lot of women with gray hair here. So I see someone who is quite youthful with brown brunette hair. And I also see someone with gray hair. So maybe it's someone older than you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 cards with gray hair there. But at the top of your mountain, Gemini, is a wish come true. It's a wish fulfillment, and it looks like it's either a financial wish or something. Whatever you're wishing for, Gemini, it is going to be touchable, feelable, and tangible by the top of this mountain. So you're celebrating wish fulfillment at the top of your mountain. And it's your wishes becoming real. You know, it's one thing to dream and to wish and to make wishes like that, but it's another thing to actually be on the other end of that, where it's like, you know, I actually got my wish granted. And not even granted, because that seems powerless to me. Like, you climbed and you did what it took to, you know, get whatever it is that you were wishing for. And it was not easy. You know, this doesn't seem just like January to me. This reading seems very, very extensive. So the last 10 years, the last 10 months for some of you. You know, however this resonates, but this seems like a pretty big energy, something that you guys have been kind of battling and juggling with for a while, okay? But I love to see the Nine of Cups up there. That's emotional fulfillment. And so, you know, whatever it is that emotionally fulfills you guys at a wish level, you know, that is granted to you. And you have it in your hand. Whatever it is, you have it in your hand by the It's very real going into February, okay? 2019 is all about what would fulfill you, Gemini. So the bottom of your deck for the reading is the Ace of Swords. So I love this because this is a new beginning of clarity. This is a new thought, a new conversation, a new truth, victory. So yeah, after a time of being kind of confused and in this very fantasy-like land of daydreaming, we have that sword that Gemini really knows how to use. Okay, instead of these swords hanging over your head, this could be the 10th and final sword to complete something at a mental level. But this is strong mental clarity, and this is your voice, Gemini. This is beautiful, okay? If your mind was a season in January, it would be spring. So there's things blossoming. Please write down your ideas and communicate clearly what it is that resonates with your truth and your own victory, because we've got flowering thoughts here. Like, I see a lot of thoughts flowering by the end of January. And we have next the Seven of Cups. So, you know, that's that fantasy realm, having emotional options. Pick your poison here, Gemini, especially mentally. You know, I feel someone who's finally winning the anxiety war here. So, you know, moving on to February and going on throughout the year, it's all about, you know, owning that clarity that you gained through this toxicity, through these shadows, whatever this is. All of you guys are going through some sort of shadow battle here with love and with juggling, with finances. 99% of you are going to relate to the finance, okay? And we have the High Priestess here as well. Okay, so there is some kind of secret hidden energy here. We have the Page of Swords for some of you. Remember, this is the underlying energy. So this is the underneath. You know, these are the cards that explain why these cards even came out. So I don't know if there's a secret spy energy here or some secret messaging, but it looks like there is going to be some sort of spiritual message here. And again, we have a candle. Okay, there's a lot of candles. There's at least 3 candles in your reading, Gemini. So keep that in mind if you guys want to, you know, incorporate that in your January spells or your invocations. But this looks like another message coming in here. Maybe from a Pisces, maybe from a Cancer. Maybe it's just secretive. Maybe you're going to have to follow your intuition. But we have some writing going on here. So it's interesting. There's going to be some spiritual downloads this month, Gemini, and especially in, oh, this is Aquarius energy. That's what it is. Aquarius energy is going to help you with mental conflict. Okay, there's going to be some spiritual downloads that come in place of that anxiety towards the end of January, okay? So make sure that you're writing, all right? And for others of you, this is just, you know, that is that studious energy. There's books and stuff there. So some of you may be even going to school. But to me, the Page of Swords with the High Priestess is, you know, following your intuition and something that is secret, okay? And it may have to do with this Five of Swords here, okay? There is some conflict that you're dealing with in January, Gemini, but Aquarius energy is going to help you guys for sure. It's going to help you cut through some of the confusion of your emotions, some of the confusion of these options. Like, this person has the Ace of Swords, so they can cut out anything that's toxic. You know, we do have toxic here. We have youth, so it's interesting, the whole brown hair, white hair thing I mentioned. You know, there's something here about maybe even toxic youth. So some of you may have had a trying childhood, but now in your wiser years, you're able to wield this sword, and, you know, you're very mentally sharp by the end of this energy, Gemini. All of this happened, all of these obstacles happened so that you could get this Ace of Swords at the end of the day, okay? So Gemini, before we end your reading, I have an extra card here for everyone this month. This is my Iris Oracle deck, very beautiful deck here. So I pulled a card for extra guidance, and I'm going to be reading from the book. If I could just, oh, I found it. So let's see what card you got. We have the Service card. So we've got a Virgo energy here. This is my Virgo energy card. Hopefully you guys can see that. The pictures are kind of cartoonish, and that's what I love. So we have 22. I don't know if that number means anything to you guys, but that's a very powerful number. It's a synchronicity there. And, you know, we got a lady brushing someone's hair in this picture, and that to me is a very Virgo energy. I do want to mention to you, Gemini, when I first shuffled, a card did come out, and it was the card of Sheer Tenderness, and that is the same card that Aries got. So if there's any Aries energy important to you, you guys may want to go to the Aries video and at least fast forward to the ending so that you can hear the shared tenderness card, because that card did come out, but I just didn't feel it for you guys, but I did want to mention it. But then, you know, the deck was upside down and the card came upside, so some of you guys may not be sharing tenderness or something. But yeah, let's talk about this service card. And this is kind of a long card, so I'm just going to read it and, you know, see what you guys think. So, what sweetness to give yourself to service someone with all your love. People talk a lot about money scarcity. Wow, oh wow. That is resonating already. So people talk a lot about money scarcity, our fear that there is never enough money, that if we give our money, it will not come back to us, that we feel we don't deserve money. But we can also have this fear around love. Love can also be viewed as a currency. This can come from an ultimate lack of love for ourselves. When we don't pay enough attention to giving ourselves validation and deep love and care, we tend to look at others to do that for us. So it becomes like a currency. This person gave me this much love, so I will in return give them this much attention. It is a way for us to feel like we don't give all of our love away, only to have nothing given back to us. If you love yourself deeply, it is a well that never runs dry. If your well is overflowing, let it shower on those around you. People you love, strangers, environments, your love has an effect on everything, and every little act of kindness will not be forgotten by those who are on the receiving end. This card encourages you to act in a loving service to the world around you. You can hush a shout with the gentleness of the rippling water of your ever-flowing well. Wow. So, a couple things here before I go. The money scarcity, our fear that there's never enough money, that if we give our money, it won't come back to us. Gemini, that's important for you to hear in January because of the shared resources house. This card is perfect. I'm glad I chose another one for you. And then again with the well that never runs dry. Okay, you guys might want to listen to that a couple times, okay? Because that just really summed up, your whole reading. So, you know, act in a loving service to the world around you, Gemini. And, oh goodness, there's just so much there that really hit home. You know, be careful that the lack of funds, or, you know, the fear that there's not enough money, be careful that anxiety doesn't bleed into your relationships. Be careful that you don't allow that to bleed into your emotional well, okay? Because this card is right. We sometimes view our relationships like a currency, like love is a currency, okay? And in your case, you know, you have both of those indications. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So Gemini, you know, there's something here about relighting your fire, relighting your passion. And I'm glad I said that. Because, yeah, we have this light here. Your light, Gemini. There's something here about your light. And we also have the in-between worlds. So, wow. I mean, just take a look at both of these cards. You know, the touching of the hand there. So, you know, there's some in-between worlds. We have 55, 22. If you guys are seeing any 5/5s or 2/2s, you know. So, wow, Gemini. Quite a reading here this month in January. Thank you guys so much for listening. If this resonated and you would like a personal reading, please contact me by email so that we can talk about, you know, how things are done and what it is that you would like to happen in your reading. Alright guys, I'll talk to you, I'll talk to some of you guys on the full moon in Leo in a couple days, in a week or so, on the 20th. And if I don't see you there, I will talk to you guys in February. See you later.